Hello, AIESEC from Morocco. It's Agata. Welcome to the last episode of Team Standards videos. Today we'll talk about the quarter duties of an awesome team leader. Of course, we are striving to achieve our ambition, which is 3K for 10. We are striving to achieve 3,000 life-changing leadership experiences for our EBs, and we are striving to be the top 10th entity globally. That's why we talked about it many times. Just a reminder, we definitely need to perform. We need to perform like a beast and achieve this limitless growth that we are talking about, especially in April, since it's a month of approvals and all departments are engaged in it. So let's check what are the actions of the team leader that needs to be done quarterly. What are the quarter duties of a good team leader, so that we can sum up all the responsibilities that you have as team leaders. The first quarterly responsibility is conducting quarterly review of your performance as a team. So in very simple words, you need to make a team review every quarter, so every 3 months. You make a kind of similar review to the one that needs to happen monthly, but it's a little bit more complex. So let's check what you can do. First of all, again, you need to talk about plan fulfillment. You need to check once more if all the goals are actually fulfilled and what is the percentage of the plan fulfillment, if you are doing good as a team in terms of performance. So remember to sum up the last 3 months, for example, then you will sum up March, April and May to check if the things are moving. You also need to talk again about team experience, if the members are engaged, if you can think about any improvements. You already know this part, but what is super important, every quarter, you also need to plan for the next quarter. So you sum up all the things that happen and you try to project what needs to happen in the next month. So try to make a kind of brainstorming with your team, co-creation space to get some ideas from your team members to really make a good plan for the next quarter. Be super detailed. If you are planning, for example, the number of approvals or accepted for every team member, do it for every team member, for every week. So then in the month, you will actually just open your tracking tool and everything will be clear for you. The second quarterly duty of a team leader is attending a team bonding space for minimum 1 day. So it is a kind of the entertainment part that most of you asked about, which are the team days that need to happen every 3 months. So what are our ideas for team days that we are bringing to you? First of all, remember that the team day, as the name says, is the whole day. So you will have a lot of time to spend with your team. So it's sometimes a smart idea to include a quarter review as well. You can also save some time for lead space since you will have all your team together. And of course, you need to do some bonding activities and chill a little bit with your team. When it comes to the biggest question about the bonding activities, be as creative as possible. Try to look for something on the internet for bonding activities for teams. It's not only AIESEC related stuff. You will find a lot of examples just on Google. You can also ask your VP about some bonding activities to do with your members. And following these ideas, you can make a very nice agenda for the team day with your members. Start with the quarter review, a little bit of hard work and content, then do some lead space to tackle a given LDQ quality, and make a bonding activity and just a chill in the evening. When it comes to the tips that we are having for you, remember that you can always choose a member to be responsible for organizing the whole team day. So responsible for the logistics, like maybe choosing a place, booking, accommodation if you want to go somewhere, and so on. And also, like I already told you, look for team bonding activities. Don't settle for good. You can really find many creative ideas whenever you are going to look for them. So try to provide to your team something extraordinary that you don't usually provide to them in your weekly meetings or even monthly meetings. So as you will see, these were all the things that you need to do quarterly. There are only 2 things. So now you've just mastered all the team standards. You know all the elements. So let's just check very briefly what you should remember about. So remember that on the daily basis, you have only one big responsibility, which is the accountability system. You need to track if your members actually perform their tasks. That's it. On the weekly basis, you need to remember about practical learning, which means that you need to delegate some tasks to your members. You need to make team meetings and also team working times when people all work together and they bond at the same time. On the monthly basis, you will have the biggest dose of the duties of a team leader. Remember that you need to make a team review, like kind of smaller one than every quarter. You need to create a team incentive system and give this kind of R&R, reward and recognition, every single month to your members. You need to provide some feedback spaces when your members will feedback you, and also you will give feedback to your members. Then you need to make individual tracking meetings to check the performance of every single member and how you can actually support every single one. You need to make some lead spaces to develop leadership qualities in them. And finally, you need to make one-to-one meetings to check the development of your members and how they progress with their personal goals. And just to sum it up, on a quarterly basis, you just make team review and team days, which can be combined in both. So guys, by now you need everything that you need to know. As you can see from the performing phase, from results elevation, we can cross out all the three things: the practical learning, team working times, and team incentive system. From the performance tracking, we can cross out accountability system, individual tracking meetings, and quarter team review that we talked about today. And from the support system, we can cross out the lead spaces, the team meetings, the one-to-ones, the feedback, and also the team days that we talked about today. So by now, huge congratulations for you. You finished the whole course about the team standards. You know everything that you need to know to become a really, really awesome team leader for April and also for the upcoming months, for the whole summer peak in AIESEC for Morocco. So please just remember to come up with a very good questions like you did yesterday. Post them in the comments under this video, and traditionally at 10:30 p.m. we'll be having live from the MC flat to answer all your doubts and all your questions. And also stay tuned, because tomorrow we are starting the special weekend with your MCP, so more practical learnings are also coming. Thank you so much.